Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here! Coming back with part 8 of What If Deku Had Venom. Now, where we last left off, Izuku was, after, waking up, he finding himself in the League of Villains hideout, after Toga dragging him to there, and after that, meeting with Shigaraki Karigiri, and his old, kind of pal, Isaac or Zack. He go into the USJ to, kill Bakugo, knowing that the League of Villains will gonna attack, Class 1A. And after that, he told, Kirigiri to open a portal for Bakugo to go into, the, the earthquake zone. Kirigiri was one to do that, but Tanjiro getting in his way, which making him go through the portal that Bakugo was supposed to go through, which make Izuku and Tanjiro meet up, and after a fight between them, Izuku leaves Tanjiro to fight with other villains. As he go back to, Shigaraki, watching the fight between All Might and the Nomu. And in the end, he saw how All Might was, start smoking, knowing that All Might will gonna come back to his normal form very soon. But after that happened, Izuku, wasn't wasn't able to kill All Might because of, Kirigiri opened a portal from the orders of Shigaraki to get them back into the hideout. As when in the hideout, Izuku just told Shigaraki what he'd done. Shigaraki finally knowing that All Might is actually a weak king, not that he's, still he's as strong as before. In the end, Izuku just leave the place and go back to his hideout and sleep for the rest of the day. And we cut off into Izuku right now. He find himself again in a black void as he said, "This is again, where am I? And why am I always end up here?" As, Izuku start moving forward as he see again himself looking like this with the green hair and red shoes and black t-shirt and things like that. As he said, did you do it?" As Izuku said, "What do you mean by did I do it?" As Midoriya, I will gonna call him, the one with the green hair, and Izuku is our protagonist. As Midoriya said, "Did you kill Bakugo?" As Izuku said, "No, I didn't kill him." As Midoriya said, "Why didn't you kill him? Is it because that you couldn't, or because that you don't want to? Because you still feel that like he's your friend. Is that right?" As Izuku said, "Who are you and why are you talking with me like this?" As he go to touch him, but before that happened, a black tentacle from behind got hold of Izuku hand, dragging him back. As Midoriya said, "You can't let him get you into the darkness. Don't let him control you. Stop going in his way. He's just using you." As Izuku said, "What are you talking about? Why every time when I wake up? I always wake up here. I couldn't sleep because of you for the nap. Please leave me. Just leave me. Who are you? Where am I? And what is dragging me?" As he hear a voice in his head screaming said, "Don't listen to him! Don't listen to him!" As the sound just getting stronger and stronger. Izuku just feeling pain in his head too much that his ears start to bleed as he's screaming saying, "Stop it! Stop this!" As Izuku said, "Fight it! Don't let him control you!" As after that, Izuku start sinking into the ground. As he said, "Why am I sinking? Why? Stop screaming in my head!" As Izuku, going to give, a hand is into Izuku, but Izuku tried to catch his hand, but something dragging him more into the ground, and a tentacle catches his hand, which is after that he being absorbed into the ground, and after that he wake up in his bed on a cold sweat saying, "What's Now that's that again! As he, punching the wall behind of him as Venom said, "What's wrong, Izuku? Did that nightmare has got you again?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, it's that weird nightmare again. I don't know what's happening, but it's just happening over and over and over." As Venom said, "Don't worry, Izuku. We are here for you. We will gonna try to help you. But let's just get out of here. Remember our plan." As Izuku said, "Yeah, the plan." And after that, Izuku stand up and get out of, his apartment in the hotel. Get out of his place and start walking down the street. As we cut into Tanjiro and Class 1A. After what happened in the USJ, Tanjiro asked, Bakugo about Midoriya as, Bakugo didn't told him anything about Izuku. As, Eraser had come to the class as he said, "Well, student, I'm happy that you all were able to survive through the attack of the villains with no such dangerous injuries. But you have 2 weeks to train into your sport festival." As Tanjiro said, "Sport festival? What is this?" As, Eraserhead started explaining about the sport festival, and after that, Nezuko starts saying, "Let's do our best, guys, and show everyone that what we can do." As everyone getting hyped up. Nezuko and Uraka just hyping everyone up, saying that we will gonna do our best and everything, and screaming in Tanjiro face as Tanjiro said, "Yeah, alright." And after that, the class ended as Tanjiro and his sister, walking out of the class as, Tanjiro bumps into a kid with a, purple hair and like a sleepy look on his face. As he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." As the kid looking behind us, he said, "Huh, no problem. You are Tanjiro, right?" As, Tanjiro said, "Yeah, I am Tanjiro. Did we met before?" As the kid said, "Well, no, but I just heard what happened in the USJ. My name is Shinso. Nice to meet you." As he, putting his hand in front of him to shake Tanjiro's hand. As they shake hand together and said, Tanjiro said, "Well, nice to meet you, but I really need to leave." As Shinso said, "Yeah, go on. I won't stop you." As Tanjiro, just leave. Shinso alone, as Shinso also continue walking forward. And after that, after everyone, getting out of UA, we cut back into Izuku. As Izuku said, "Well, our plan is complete. The only thing that we have to do right now is to find the perfect time." As, Venom said, "Yeah, Izuku, we should find the perfect time. But don't you think that we should start searching for more quirks?" As Izuku said, "More quirks? What do you mean by that?" As Venom said, "Did you forget about our ability? DNA copy? Did you forget about this ability?" As Izuku said, "Oh yeah, DNA copy. Yes, sure." As Venom said, "What's wrong, Izuku? You are not as you are not on your normal state. From the first day that you start having those weird nightmares, you start to act so different. Can we help you, Izuku?" As Izuku said, "I don't really know. Maybe, how about we just go into the museum? Maybe that will gonna, make me a little bit enjoy, having a free day instead of just running in the street eating people." as Venom said, "Well, Izuku, but first of all, we need to eat something." As Izuku said, "Yeah, sure, I will gonna just get you some chocolate and maybe some chicken." And after Izuku, buying something to eat, he put his hoodie on his head as he go to the museum. As he got into the museum, he see, dinosaurs, shields, things for heroes, All Might Silver Age outfit, things like that. As he see a robot with like a purple lines on his, a black robot wearing a suit with a purple tie by the side of a weird mask. As he getting closer into the robot and the mask, as the robot looking like this. As the robot said, "Ah, Mr. Midoriya, nice to meet you again." As Izuku said, "Mr. Midoriya, did I know you?" As the robot said, "It's happened again, huh?" As Venom said, "What is this thing is talking about, Izuku? Do you know him?" As Izuku said, "No, not at all. He's just acting weird." As the robot said, "Well, I done just like you asked me for. I kept this mask in a safe place." As Izuku said, "Do you mean this mask?" As Izuku looking at the mask looking like this. As Izuku saying, "I never know you at all." As Alfred said, "Well, just forget it. Maybe one day you will remember. But now, I wish that you will gonna enjoy your trip in you know, the 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 museum." As Izuku said, "Well, can you show me the place?" As Izuku start walking with Alfred showing him the place. And after a couple of moments going all around, seeing everything, Izuku feel like something in his head telling him to spin around and make a shield. As he doing this, and after that, using danger sense, the one of the quirks of all one for all, as he making a shield, and after that he throw explosion with the shield, and after that he see in front of him the 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 mountain hero Rex Lapis, as he looking like this. As Izuku said, "Who are you, another hero?" As Rex Lapis said, "Well, it's finally nice to meet you. I wasn't expecting to see you in a place like this. Normally this was my free time, but since you are here." As Rex taking out his spear, as he said, "I'll gonna throw you in Tartarus." As Izuku said, "Well, let's see what you can do." As after that, Alfred just helping everyone to get out of the museum. Izuku transformed into Venom as he started going at, Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis, making, using his, making like a pillar in the ground, pushing Izuku up in the sky. And after that, he starts using his earth control, or earthbender, you can say like that. He's have the ability to manipulate and to create stone and rock out of his hand. This is his quirk, as he putting his hand together and throwing like a mountain of rock, like a big mountain at Izuku, hitting him in his chest. And after that, he create like a big rock hand from the ground, catching Izuku, as he throwing him on the ground. And after that, he crush him with the two walls from the left and the right side. As he said, "I don't know how did Red X wasn't able to defeat you." As after that, Izuku, from the inside the rock, start throwing explosion which make all the rocks around him blow up. And after that, he said, "So you are one of the Red X friend or something?" As Rex Lapis said, "Well, I wasn't his friend, but We were partners and we were supposed to capture you. So, I will gonna end what he started. I will gonna end up what he started. As Izuku said, well then, come at us at once. As, Rex going at Izuku with his spear, Izuku creating two blades in his hand. Rex throwing his, spear left to right, trying to hit Izuku. Izuku dodging this, and they, their weapons clash together. A spear to sword, like making a sound and things like that, clash together. As after that, in the end, Izuku shooting like a little tentacle out of his stomach at Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis making a making like a shield around his body, protect him from this hit. As Izuku tried to throw explosion at the shield, but the shield took it. As Rex Lapis said, "Well, let's see how you're gonna break through that." As Izuku said, "How annoying." And after that, Izuku jumped into the sky, into the air, and said, "Hauser Impact!" As he doing, a Hauser Impact at Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis him making like a big, wall of concrete in front of him to protect himself from Izuku. And after that, the wall of the concrete, Izuku throwing the explosion at the wall, which make the wall blow up and make, Rex blow up and go at the wall. As after that, he stand up, coughing a little bit of blood, as he said, "Well, such a strong abilities. But I think that I already understand your style." As Izuku said, "Well, if you're really understanding our style, why don't you come at us and defeat us?" As after that, Rex Lapis said, "Well then," as he throwing his, spear directly at Izuku. Izuku dodging this, and after that, Rex Lapis taking this chance, turning his hand into a rock and throwing a punch directly at Izuku's face. And after that, when he throw a punch, he make a wall behind of him to not making Izuku go very far, as he turning his leg into a rock and kick him in his stomach. And after that, he got hold of him and throw him into the air, as he, getting hold of his spear again and throw him, throw his spear after Izuku. And after he done that, he jumped into the sky using a pillar under his feet to be above Izuku. As he got hold of the spear that's right now in Izuku's chest and start pushing him more into Izuku's chest. And after that, both of them fall into the ground, as he making sure that Izuku won't move. As, Venom said, "Is that all what you got?" As Rex Lapis said, "No. I will just make sure that you won't move after I done this." As Rex Lapis, leave the spear inside Izuku's chest to make sure that he won't move, and cover him with, rock to make sure that he doesn't move, as he getting a little bit away. And after that, he crossed his hand together as he said, "I have orders." As they like a big, meteorite blew up the ceiling, going directly at Izuku, which crushing him under, the meteorite, blowing the whole museum. And after that, police and everyone start seeing this. And in the end, Rex Lapis said, "Well, such a monster like you doesn't deserve to live in this world. I really doesn't have a hope to get the kid inside of you back into reality. But at least I put you out of your misery." As after that, he spin around and he start walking away. But before that happened, something stabbed directly through his chest, as he said, looking down, coughing a blessing. "What the?" As he looking down, he see a blade. And after that, the blade get out of his chest, as he fall on the ground on his knees, putting his hand on his stomach, saying, how did you? As Izuku transformed into his human form and said, well, you see, how can I say it? To be honest, when you throw at me that meteorite, all what I had to do is just cover myself with creating some shield, and voila, I'm just survived. As you know, Rex Lapis said, no, that's impossible. I can't let you leave. As Izuku punched him into the ground and pointing, getting hold of his neck as he lifting him up and said, well, you are such a strong fighter, but looks like you are done. And after that, he transformed his head into, Venom head, as he said, don't worry. I will gonna get your quirk and I will gonna make sure to use it in the right way. As he started laughing, Rex Lapis getting, eyes whiting as he said, no, I can't let you. As before he continued, Izuku biting his head off and throwing the rest of his body as he transformed his head. And after that, everyone, watching this, Izuku waving to the camera saying, hi Bakugo, or hi Kachan, as, just waving. All Might and other heroes has finally come, but Izuku has already gone. And after that, he gone into the, his old forest this time, as, Venom said, well, Izuku, that was a great fight of you. As Izuku said, thank you, Venom. If it wasn't for you, I would have done it at all. As Venom said, don't worry, Izuku, we will always protect you. And we got a new thing. As Izuku said, what do you mean? As Venom said, try crossing your hands together. As Izuku said, alright. And after that, Izuku crossing his hand together, as a big meteorite fall out of the sky in front of him, making a big crater inside the ground. As he said, whoa, now that will be some destruction. As Venom said, are you liking it? We got it out of that Rex Lapis guy, and also we can control stone and concrete right now. As Izuku said, well, this sure will be useful. Let's stay here to, train a couple of, maybe 2 weeks. It will be enough to train. And after that, I will gonna do my plan in the, the sport festival. As Venom said, this is looking like a good plan, Izuku. Let's train. And after that, Izuku for 1 week start training. As, All Might and everyone, Rengoku and the other heroes has finally got the dead bodies of Izuku. As, everyone's sad and everything. As Izuku right now sitting on a campfire, just, eating a meat of the deer, cooking it this time, not eating it raw. As Venom said, delicious. As Izuku said, I'm happy that you're enjoying it. And after that, Izuku spin around and throw like a wave of a shock wave of how he send the ground, make the ground send like a wall of a wall of stone. As after that, this wall being cut into 2 halves, as Izuku dodging this attack barely, as he see in front of him a guy with a big smile and yellow hair with a some red in it with the sword. As he said, well, I finally found you, young Midoriya. As Izuku said, and who you are? As the guy said, my name is Rengoku. Hero name Rengoku. Nice to meet you. I will gonna get you back into your sanity and take off that demon that control your body. As Izuku said, what are you talking about? As Rengoku said, well, prepare to fight me, because I won't hold my power against you. As Rengoku put his hand above his head and after that he jumped a little bit into the sky, and after that he dashed directly into Izuku with the, you know, like a bullet of flames, making a tornado of flames around his body, as Izuku dodging this attack and transform into Venom. As what he see his Rengoku, and behind of him he left just like a trail of fire on a shape of a tornado. As Venom said, "Well, looks like that you are so strong, huh? We will gonna have fun killing you." As Rengoku said, "Whatever you are, you demon, leave this young man body and get him back into his sanity before I make you get out of his body by force." As Venom said, we don't have a demon inside our body. We are Venom, and we don't want your help." As Rengoku said, "Huh, is this your words or is this Midoriya's words?" As he, get hold of his sword and put it above his head again, as he said, "Fire breathing, first form, unknowing fire." As he charged at high speed at Venom with such a high speed to slash him. Venom using the earth manipulation make a very thick wall of stone in front of him, as Rengoku cutting it off like it's butter, a little butter, cutting through it like a butter. And after that, Venom wasn't expecting that, as he tried to dodge this attack, but he got a slash by his side of his stomach. As he looking down, Rengoku said, "Well, do you think that wall will gonna stop me? I know what you have done into Rex Lapis, and I'm really sad for him, so I will gonna end what he started." As Venom said, "Well, looks like that we need to get serious with you." As Venom going at Rengoku right now, they are fighting in the forest. As he said, "Die!" as he throw an explosion at Rengoku. Rengoku using his sword reflect the explosion back into Venom. As Venom getting exploded and being thrown at a couple of trees, as Izuku in his mind saying, "Damn, this guy's really strong." As Venom said, "Don't worry, Izuku, we will be able to defeat him." As after that, Rengoku said, "Fire breathing, second form, rising scoring sun." As he going at Izuku after getting close to him, as he taking his sword, throwing it from down to up, releasing upward slash directly at Izuku. Izuku dodging this barely, and after that, like a tentacle come out of Izuku's stomach directly into into Rengoku. Rengoku trying to dodge this, but he got a little bit of slash on his side of his stomach, as he jumped back and start touching his his injury, as he said, "Well, that hurts, but I won't let this little scratch stop me." As he starts breathing in a weird way, and after that the blood starts coming out of his injury. As Izuku said, Venom said, "What? How could you do this?" As Rengoku said, it's my special ability. I call it the breathing technique, helping me to close my injuries by only breathing. Maybe when I get you back to your sanity, kid, maybe one day I might be able to teach you some of my tricks." As Venom said, we don't need anything from you, because after we kill you, we will gonna enjoy using your quirk against everyone that you loved." As Rengoku said, "I won't let you do this." As after that, he's using his third form, which is Blazing Universe. Rengoku said, "Fire breathing, third form, Blazing Universe." As he go at Izuku from jumping into the sky, and after that he going at Izuku to throw a slash at him downwards. Izuku jumping back, which make Rengoku hitting the ground. And after that, like a wave of fire going directly at Izuku. Izuku using his shield to block this fire, as Venom said, Izuku, you know that we have a resistance to fire, but his flames are much more hotter than normal. Well, then it's time to get serious. As Izuku fly at Rengoku. Rengoku using his sword block one of Izuku punches as Izuku transforming his, left arm into blade and going to slash Rengoku. Rengoku managed to block this also, but Venom helping Izuku this time. They are now working together 2 against 1, creating like 4 tentacles from the back of Izuku, all of them like a blade shape, blade form. It's a blades, creating a blaze out of his back as the blades start going at Rengoku. Rengoku with Izuku punching Rengoku from front and Venom throwing his blades at him, which make Rengoku getting overwhelmed very fast as Izuku managed to hit Rengoku, left eye, which make him unable to see with it for now. Not making him blind, but he will have to close it for now, as Rengoku jumped back and said, well, looks like that you are getting better on fighting me. Well, then I will need to fight you more seriously. As he said, fire breathing, 4th form, blooming flame undulation, as he going at Izuku, moving his hand in a circular motion, creating like a wave of fire in front of him, going at Izuku. Izuku throwing punches and Venom throwing his the blades of him, which Rengoku managed to block, as in the end he managed to cut one of the Izuku tentacles in his back, as Izuku getting this chance and throw explosion at the same injury, the same place of the injury of the Rengoku, throwing him on the tree. Rengoku screaming in pain, saying, "Ah, damn it! Well, this hurt, but I'm still gonna win this fight." And after that, he jump at Izuku again and start throwing punches and everything. As after that, he start breathing heavily and said, "Well, what fire breathing? 5th form, flame tiger." As he throwing a multiple slash in front of him, making like a tiger out of flames, as Izuku and Venom turning the blades into another hands of Izuku. Like right now, Izuku having 4 hands coming out of his back, with his 2 arms being 6 arms for him, as they work together and throw explosion in front of them to block the attack of the tiger, which turn into obliterate the tiger, turning him into nothing because he's just a flames. As Rengoku right now not smiling and start breathing heavily. I can't stop, as the stars start coming. The sun starts rising. They were fighting for the whole night, as Izuku said, "Give up already. Your eye, you can't see very good with your eye. Your ox, you're not able to breathe anymore. And you are having a dangerous injury by the left side of your stomach. You are strong, but you are not compared to us." As Rengoku said, "No matter what, no matter how much body is hurting me, no matter how much hits that I will need to do, no matter how much techniques that I will need to use, I will gonna get you back into reality, kid. Because this is what a hero do. If I can't save a little kid from himself, how can I call myself a hero? So I will gonna push myself even further beyond." As he putting his hand behind his back, as the guy under his feet start engulfed with flames, like the ground start to turn into magma. As Izuku said, even in his state, he's so strong. As Venom said, "Let's get ready, Izuku. This will be a hard attack." As after that, Rengoku said, secret technique, fire breathing, Rengoku! As after that he going at Izuku throwing a lots of slashes creating like a dragon of flames going directly at Izuku. Venom and Izuku getting ready as Izuku said, using his ability to, using the ability of rock manipulation, throw like a meteorites from behind his back, and with the explosion of Bakugo saying Hauser Impact as their power collapsed together as like a tornado out of flames and a big explosion like it's a little nuclear bomb has been blown up there. The people start seeing this explosion from from the city, and in the end, after the dust clear, by Rengoku sword has been flying away from his hand as Izuku right now was not in his Venom form, stabbing his hand directly through Rengoku chest as Rengoku fall on the ground and said, damn it, as Izuku taking his hand out of his stomach, and after that Rengoku, Izuku turned around and start walking away as Rengoku said, no, I need to save you. Where's my sword? As Rengoku trying to go into his sword, but Izuku seeing this, Venom said in his mind, let's go Izuku, we let him die here. As Izuku said, give me a minute. As Izuku going to the sword of Rengoku seeing this, he, think that he will gonna hit him with his sword, as Izuku getting close to him and give him his sword, as he said, you are a true hero, and you are really strong, but I am the winner. As Rengoku looking like this right now, as he said, thank you, kid. I wish that I would have been able to save you from that monster inside of you. I always wanted to become a hero, to save people, to smile on their faces and make them feel safe when I am here. But looks like that I couldn't even save a 15 years old kid that he's mistreated. As Rengoku said, if you are hearing me, I wish that you will gonna try to fight it, whatever is controlling you. Fight it, never give up. Never let him control you. I'm sure that you will be able to overwhelm it one day, and maybe one day you will gonna get back into the right direction. As Izuku said, whatever, just die. As Rengoku said, can I ask you for one favor? As Izuku said, what kind of favor? As Venom in his height said, don't listen to him, Izuku, let's just go. As Rengoku said, could you please get me to UA? As Izuku said, what? As Venom said, this is a trap, Izuku, don't listen to him. As Rengoku said, I at least want to see my students one last time. As Izuku looking down and said, okay. And after that he got hold of, Rengoku as he started carrying him away into UA. And after that, when he finally got into UA, he put him on the ground as Rengoku said, thank you. And after that, Izuku threw an explosion in the air to make everyone know that, there is something outside. As, Class 1A start looking outside, they see Rengoku on the ground with his sword in front of him. As everyone starts rushing out, Eraserhead, Principal Nezu, All Might, and all Class 1A, as Tanjiro said, Rengoku, Master, what's happened to you? As Rengoku said, calm down, Tanjiro. Don't worry about me. I won't gonna survive, but I wish that you are okay. I only wish that I would be able to see you and Nezuko one last time, as Tanjiro crying saying, no, Master, please no, you can't do this, don't leave me now. As Rengoku said, I'm sorry, but my body can't handle it anymore. Can I ask you can I ask a favor from you, Tanjiro?" As Tanjiro said, "What is it?" As he, get hold of Tanjiro's hand and put his sword in his hand. As Tanjiro said, "No, no, don't give it to me. You will gonna use it by yourself. We will just gonna make the recover hero, the recover girl heal you. Everything will be okay." As Rengoku stopped him, saying, "Calm down, Tanjiro. I won't gonna lie on you. Nothing is okay. I won't survive this. But I wish that you and Nezuko will gonna always train to become the greatest hero that I always was training you to become." Smiling at them as he said, "Tanjiro, please tell my father to take care out of his body, and tell my little brother that to continue going after his dream of becoming a hero like me, and tell him to never give up on his dreams. Can I count on you to deliver my message to them?" As Tanjiro crying, saying, "No, Rengoku, please don't do this to me. No, you still have a lot to do. You still have a lot to do. What's happened to you?" As Rengoku said, It's Venom. But don't worry. Please don't go for revenge after him for me. Continue to become a great hero like I always trained you to be. So, I wish that I really regretting one thing, not being able to stay alive so I can see what kind of hero we will gonna be in the future." As he looking behind Tanjiro, he see a woman, as he said, "Mother? Mom?" As he crying, as he said, "Mother, did I done everything right? Did I made you proud?" As his mother smiling at him and said, Yes, Rengoku, you made me proud." As Rengoku smiling at this, and after that, he died. As Tanjiro hugging him and start shaking him, saying, "No, no, please, Rengoku, no, please, don't do this to me, please, no, please, wake up, get hold of your sword. I know that you can continue fight. I know that." As after that, he just screaming. As Izuku was hearing this with his camouflage ability, as when everything is done, he just jump away into an alleyway. As Venom said, why aren't we run away the moment that we left him there, Izuku?" As Izuku getting into a wall, and he just quiet. As Venom said, "Why are you quiet, Izuku? Talk with us." As Izuku start crying and punched the wall, as he said, "Why? Why? Damn it! Damn you! Damn you all! Damn! Why is it happening like this? Damn all of you!" As he fall on the ground and start crying, saying, "Damn it!" As Venom said, "Calm down, Izuku." As Izuku said, "Shut up, I don't want to hear your voice. Don't talk with me right now, just leave me." As Venom said, "Well then, Izuku, take some time to recover." As Izuku just crying in his hand, saying, "What did I done? What have I done? Having a little brother and a father, and I just killed him. What have I done? What did I become? What happened to me? What's happened to me? What's happening to me? What is happening to me? What's happening to me? What is happening to me?" And after that, he lost consciousness in an alleyway. And this is when gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen the next part. Well, we have nothing more to say then. We were here.